told you the best I can. There's no doubt these are high crimes, in my opinion. And this is a hard decision for our country, but when I first spoke to you, I thought we would be better off if Bill Clinton left office. And I want the chance to prove to you why. Give me a chance to prove to you why I believe that. I have lost no sleep worrying about the fact that Bill Clinton may have to be removed from office because of his conduct. I have lost tons of sleep thinking he may get away with what he did.
That was then Congressman Lindsey Graham speaking on the Senate floor during the Clinton impeachment trial. At the time, Graham was serving as a House impeachment manager, a position we'll hear a lot more about ahead of President Trump's trial. Several House Democrats and one independent have been floated for the role, but no decision has been made yet. It will be up to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi to decide how many impeachment managers there are and who takes on the role. For more, let's bring in CBS News Natalie Brand. She joins me now from Capitol Hill. Natalie, thanks for being with us. First, what role will the House impeachment managers actually play in a Senate trial?
Well, the impeachment managers will essentially serve as the prosecutors making the case before the Republican-controlled Senate. But it's still a question of when House Speaker Nancy Pelosi will reveal who she would like to see as impeachment managers, and then that will be taken up as a separate resolution. And new this hour at that late news conference, Speaker Pelosi said that she cannot name impeachment managers until she sees what the process will be in the Senate, and alluding to the fact that what she has seen so far doesn't seem like a fair process, according to Democratic leaders. We know there's been a lot of back and forth between Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and Minority Leader Chuck Schumer about witnesses. McConnell essentially shooting down Schumer's call for additional witnesses in a Senate trial, including top White House officials. But once these details are ironed out, the impeachment managers will be the ones tasked with making a case before the senators, who will serve as jurors, possibly having to respond to the defense and also to written questions submitted by senators. But a lot of the nuances, the details, the process remains to be seen, because that's something that will have to be negotiated in the Senate.
Do we know what qualities Speaker Pelosi is looking for, and who are the top contenders who've been floated?
Well, Speaker Pelosi has not revealed a lot of hints here, but we know that this will be a strategic decision based on both politics and also legal experience. So some of the names that we've seen that have been floated include House Intelligence Chairman Adam Schiff, who also has experience as a former prosecutor himself, and we know that he's played a lead role in the entire impeachment inquiry process. Another name that's been floated, Bay Area Congressman Eric Swalwell, a former presidential candidate, someone who serves on both the Intelligence and Judiciary committees, also has former experience as a prosecutor. There's been some mention of Congresswoman Zoe Lofgren, also of California, who is the only current member to have worked on the past 3 impeachment proceedings, because she was a staffer on the Judiciary Committee during the Nixon proceedings. There's also been talk about Congressman Jamie Raskin, who's a former constitutional law professor, and even a push by some Democratic members to nominate independent Justin Amash, who they believe could act as a less partisan voice, as someone maybe who could reach out to independent voters or that moderate voter out there. So I think what we'll see is a cross-section of different types of strengths and members who have played various roles throughout this process. Keep in mind, there can be several managers. During President Clinton's Senate trial, there were 13 impeachment managers.
Wow. All right. Well, Natalie, when you look back at some of the managers that served in the Clinton impeachment, how did that role influence the rest of their careers?
Well, you heard that older clip from then Congressman Lindsey Graham, who, I mean, this is a role that puts you in the spotlight during historic proceedings. So it can really boost a lawmaker's career, which was the case for now Senator Lindsey Graham, the chair of the powerful Judiciary Committee, happens to also be one of the most vocal supporters currently of President Trump. And coincidentally, he said that he would like to see a short impeachment trial in the Senate. He's alluded to this as a process that's tearing apart the country. He would like this to come to an end. Of course, when he was then an impeachment manager during the Clinton trial, obviously you want your time to make a case as a prosecutor. On the other side of this, it can also potentially have a negative impact depending on the district. And that was the case for former California Congressman James Rogan, who was also named an impeachment manager during the Clinton trial. And ironically, coincidentally, he was actually unseated by guess who? Current Congressman Adam Schiff. After, those in his district did not take well to the fact that he was one of the lead members arguing against President Clinton. So as we've seen, these roles completely reversed in the case of Graham and Schiff.
Absolutely. All right, Natalie Brand for us. Natalie, thank you very much.